Hello everyone. Hello. 안녕하세요. Welcome back to Weekly Korean Live class and my name is Keijin. 안녕하세요, 케이진입니다. And 안녕하세요, 침치입니다. How are you guys? It's great to see you guys again. 안녕하세요, 크리스, 디샤, 네이트, and 비너스, 코아티, 스마리카, 프락티샤, awesome, and Lucky. How are you? All good? And Drisha, Mayank, Harpreet. I try to read many students' names if possible. But if I didn't read your name, please keep writing the comments so I can notice you. So today we are going to talk about very important thing, which is irregular Korean verbs and adjective. That's right. This is considered difficult. So usually intermediate learners learn this, but I make it simple. So I'm sure everyone here will be able to understand today. So please keep watching it. 안녕하세요, Kim and Hope, Nawi and Mari, Arasha, Jin. Hello on Facebook too. Richard, 안녕하세요. So before starting our lesson as usual, I have an announcement. What is the announcement? Let me show you something. Ta-da-da-da-da. So if you click the link in the description, you will be able to see a page like this. What is this page? Well, this is for our new viewers. So if you click the link, you see this blue button, right? Today's lesson is not easy. Let me be honest. This is for intermediate learners, but beginners, don't worry, I'll make it really simple. But yes, there are lots of examples and more details explanation here, the button, blue button. On Instagram, you will not be able to see this link, so go to koreanclass101.com/live. Then you will be able to download these materials for free. And not only these materials, if you go to this page, are you familiar with Hangul, Korean alphabet? Then you can learn Hangul with this worksheet, or all my previous lesson notes are here. Wow, amazing. So please check it out. You can download all of them free if you are a member of koreanclass101.com. If you are not a member, don't worry, you just need to sign up. It takes like 2 seconds. You just need to enter your email address and just verify your email. Then you will be able to download all of this for free. With my video here, watch video and download this. So take advantage of it. Take advantage of it. It's very difficult to speak today because it's 추워요, cold, and my mouth frozen. Okay, so let's go to our lesson. And Anna just said, 선생님, Korean irregular verbs give me headache. I know. It's definitely not easy. So that's why I'm here, right? I'm here to make things easier for you. Okay, so let me share the... Do you see this screen? So yes, today our topic is shoot irregulars in Korean. Irregulars. Teacher, why do we need irregulars? Let's first think in English. I want to say I think in a past form. How should I say? Is it I thinked? Because I learned from school that I just need to put ed to make a past tense in English. So I say thinked. No, it's not thinked, right? It's thought. I thought about an apple. So it's not thinked because it's an exception. How about this? I see. I see snow now. I see snow. I see. Is it seed to make the past tense? No, in English, it's an exception. So it's so. I saw the snow. Even in English, there are exceptions. And in Korean too, we have the exceptions. In Korea, all the verb and adjective end with 다. For example, 공부하다, meaning to study. Or cute, 귀엽다. It's an adjective, right? Cute, 귀엽다. As you can see here, all the Korean verb and adjective in the dictionary form, when you check the dictionary, the root form end with 다. And, oh, I see. So do Korean people speak with 다 form? Unfortunately, no. We always have to conjugate with this verb or adjective with a conjugation, with a spoken form or with some other conjugation meaning if or please. So we have to conjugate it. And usually we have the grammar rule, so you just need to follow it. But there are exceptions. Just like in English, see become so in the past tense, right? Just like that, when we conjugate this verb with other form, like spoken form, when we want to make a spoken form or past form, past tense, there are some irregulars. There are more regular forms, so don't worry, but there are some irregulars. And one of the irregular form is this should irregulars. Teacher, so what is the should irregulars? Good, so you understand, right? Yes, so irregulars are, irregular, so you have to memorize it. And army girl, irregular in Korean is today's topic. Is amazing, that's right. So what are should irregulars? There are some verb. Oops. There are some verb and adjective that ends with should in the verb stem. Teacher, I don't understand. I know, because I want to show the example here. Oh, Jilly, why don't teachers teach us the way Korean people speak daily in real life? Oh, Jilly, that's a good question. Because this one is used daily in real life. Seriously, Korean people use these irregulars every day. Unfortunately, we use it every day. That's why you need to learn what are the exceptions so you can use it in daily life correctly. That's right. So 짓다, for example, I have an example. And Jilly, thank you for the great question and thank you for the donation. For example, do you know what 짓다 means? 짓다. It means to build. To build or to make. So for example, I built a building. I'm so rich, so I built a building. In that case, the build, I use this verb in Korean. 짓다. And I make a name for my baby. Yes, this is my baby now. Chimchim is my friend, but just imagine that Chimchim is my baby. So I make name for Chimchim. Then we use this verb. 이름을 짓다. Make a name for someone. 이름을 짓다. So yes, we use this verb. And this is example of should irregular. Why? Because let's look at the verb stem first. 짓다. 짓다 is a verb. What's the verb stem here? 짓다. It ended with 다, right? Remove 다. Korean verb and adjective always end with 다 at the end, so remove it. Remove, and the left part is 짓, and that's the verb stem or adjective stem. That's the stem of the verb. So let's see. Do you see this letter? 짓 is consist with 지읒 and 이 and should. So it become oops, it becomes 짓, 짓. So 지읒, 이, should. And this verb stem ended with should, right? Here. And this is one of the candidate of should regulars. Yes. So when the verb stem end with should, then it's highly possible that is should irregulars. But please know that not all should irregulars are, not all verb that end with should, not all the verb stem end with should are irregular. So some are irregular, some are regulars. So unfortunately, only thing that you have to is memorize. That's right. You have to memorize. So 짓다 is one of the examples. So let's see what are the examples. Before that, let me add this too. And there is a 짓다, right? So 짓다. Now I want to conjugate with if. Do you know how to say if in Korean? If. Well, if is 만약, 만약, 만약. But there is a conjugation, which is 으면. 으면, it means if. So if I want to say if I build, that would be, can anyone remember this 으면 conjugation? For those of you who don't remember, let me quickly review. So 으면 means if, and if the verb stem end with a consonant, then you use 으면. And if the verb stem end with vowel, then use only 면. Did you get it? So you have to see this verb stem. Does it end with consonant? Ah, yes, then I use 으면. Did it end with vowel? If so, you use only 면. But let's see. 짓다. Oh, it ended with consonant. So I'm using 짓으면. Theoretically, this should be correct. 짓으면. But unfortunately, as I mentioned, 짓다 is one of the example of irregulars. It's irregulars. So what happens here? It's not 짓으면, but I say 지으면. This is an exception. So 짓다, usually I have to conjugate it as 지으면, but when the following conjugation start with a vowel sound, you remove the should like this. You remove it and it becomes 지. That's right. That's why it's an exception. It's really confusing. So let me review it again. Let me explain again. 짜자자자잔. Christian, you're very smart. You're right. 나타 is a good word too. Let me show you another example then. 짠. As Christian on Facebook said, 나타. 나타 means to recover, or to feel better, or just be better. So for example, I catch a cold. Oh, I have headache. But next day I recovered. 감기가 나았어. So I feel better. I recovered. In that case, I use this verb. 나다. It means to recover, to feel better. And this is another example of should irregular. Yes. Should irregular. The verb stem, what is the verb stem here? Not, right? It ended with na, should. And this is one of the example of should irregular. So what happens here? When I conjugate 나다 with other conjugation that start with a vowel. For example, 으면 means if, or please do. Do you know how to say please do, please do. Please in Korean is 짠, 으세요, 세요. Please do. Please do is 으세요. So let's see this conjugation. This conjugation start with vowel sound, right? This is first, this is a should irregular, and second, the conjugation start with a vowel, then you remove should from the conjugation. Should from the conjugation. For example, it's supposed to be not 으면, theoretically, if you just follow the grammar rule, because 으면 is used with the verb stem that ends with a consonant. Not it ends with consonant, so I should use 으면, but just remove should. It becomes 나으면. This too, this end with consonant, so I'm supposed to use 으세요, not 으세요. Please feel better, please recover. But it's an exception. So instead of that, I say 나. So this is the basic explanation about it. So 짜자자자잔. Let me show you this. So what are the should irregulars? Should irregulars. These are the should irregulars. These are the should irregulars. There are 긋다, to draw a line. 긋다, draw a line. 긋다, 선을 긋다. 선 means line. 선을 긋다 means to draw a line. And 낫다, we just talk about it. Feel better or better to recover. And 붓다 means to swell. Or to pour. You pour milk. Or my face swollen. So sometimes when you don't feel very well, or when you eat something very spicy at late night, and then when you wake up in the morning, your face is a bit swollen, right? 붓다. Or 졌다 steer. 졌다. Or 짓다, we talk about it, to build, to make. And 있다, to connect. You connect two dots. 있다, connect or continue. 있다. So these are should irregulars. And there are other verbs that has the verb stem ending with should. For example, 웃다. Do you know 웃다? 웃다 means ha, to laugh. To laugh. Or 씻다, meaning to wash. So there are a lot of verb that has stem that ending with should, but these are not irregulars. So this follows just regular grammar. For example, I said 짓다. Oops. 짓다 plus 으면 is 지으면, right? Because it's an irregular, so I have to remove the should at the bottom. But how about this? 웃다 plus 으면 means laugh, ha. So I want to say if I laugh, if you laugh. Is 웃으면? Actually, nope. This is 웃으면. So it means if I laugh. So yes, 짓다 is irregular, so you follow this rule, but 웃다 is not irregular, so you don't follow this rule. So only thing is you just need to remember this verb, and if you find this verb and if there is conjugation that start with a vowel, then you follow this rule. That's right. So let me 짜자잔, explain the rule again for those of you who just joined. So rule number 1. Step number 1. Step number 1. Step number 1. It's cold in my mouth. Okay, so step number 1. When you come across a verb or adjective, you have to see, is the verb or adjective should irregular? You have to see, how can I know if this is a should irregular or not? Well, you have the list here. 짜자잔. There are only these, 따라란, 6 verb are should irregulars. There are no other should irregulars. This is it. If you see other verb like 빼앗다 meaning to steal or to rob, not a good word, but still 빼앗다. Oh, teacher, this verb stem also ends with should. So is this should irregular? No. Only these are should irregular. So when you come across some verb, then see, is it should irregular? If it's one of these should irregulars, then yes. 푸드마 인도 안녕하세요, and Luis Slet, thank you so much for your donation. And is it coffee? 짠. 건배. So we 건배 our coffee. Thank you for your donation, Luis. Okay, great. Thank you. I'm happy. 감사합니다. So let's move on. Let's go back to our lesson. So if the verb or adjective is one of the should irregulars, there are only 6 verbs, and it should be one of them. Then go to number 2. And check if the following conjugations start with a vowel. For example, let's use different verb this time. How about 긋다? yes, use 긋다. Let's use 긋다. Okay? Now, I want to conjugate it with 긋다 with. Do you know this conjugation? 씁니다. It means just spoken form, formal spoken form. So when you use this ending, then this word become formal. I can use it in presentation or business meeting. So now I want to conjugate it. Then what's the answer? Do you know? It should be 긋습니다. Teacher, you said I have to remove should, right? Only when the conjugation start with a vowel. The conjugation doesn't start with a vowel. These are the consonant, right? It start with a consonant. So I use 긋습니다. But if I conjugate with 짠 긋다 with 으면, it means if, right? It become 그으면. It hurts. I think I'm tired and I have something inside. It hurt. Anyway, let's go back to our lesson. 그으면. So please see if the conjugation start with a vowel. 짠. If, it should be 3. If the conjugation start with vowel, then you remove should. If the conjugation doesn't start with a vowel, then never mind, bye. I'll use the regular grammar rule. So does it make sense? 짜자잔. Yes, this is for intermediate learners, but for beginners, it's great to see now, so you know that what you are going to learn in the future. So let's see. Number 1, check if the verb or adjective is should irregular. So should irregular list is here. Or if you click the link in the description, you can download this list too. And then if it's should irregulars, check the conjugation. Oh, is the conjugation start with a vowel? Then you go to number 3, remove should. Let's practice more. Let's conjugate with, how about this? 빗다. 빗다 means I brush my hair. 빗다, brush. brush. So 빗다 means to brush. brush. Now I want to conjugate 빗다 with 으세요. 으세요 means please do. So do you know the answer? Okay, so let's see. 빗다. I have to see the rule first. Rule. Step number 1. Check if the verb or adjective is should irregular. Is 빗다 should irregular? I don't remember. Let's see the list. There is no 빗다. I see. So this is not should irregular. Okay, so never mind. Bye. Never mind. Bye. Exactly, Disha. Good job. So 빗다 is 빗으세요. Why? First, this is not one of the should irregulars, so you don't have to apply this rule. And 으세요 is used when the verb stem end with consonant. And 빗 it is end with a consonant, so I use 으세요. If it end with vowel, I was supposed to use 세요, but 빗, it ended with consonant. So I say, 빗으세요, please brush. Cloud 운, great job, 빗으세요, because it's not irregular. Great job, you are right. Now I want to use this verb. 붓다, meaning to pour. Or to swell. So your face got bigger, or my eyes got bigger. Swollen. 붓다. Now I want to conjugate with 붓다 with 씁니다. 씁니다 again. It means formal spoken form. So 붓다 is just dictionary form. I never use it when I speak. So I have to change it to spoken form. And now I'm changing to formal spoken form with 씁니다. So how should I do it? Kim, good job. Gailun, good job. Great. So I use, the answer is 붓습니다. Why, teacher? You said it's irregular. That's right. So let's see, 붓다. First, check if the verb or adjective is should irregular. Let's see. Is there 붓다? I don't remember. Let's check the list. Yes, 붓다 is one of the irregulars. Okay, great. So, yes, I go to number 2. Check if the following conjugations start with a vowel. Oh, does it start with a vowel? It starts with a consonant. That's right. Since it starts with a consonant, I just go this way. Never mind, bye. So I don't have to think about the irregular. And it become 붓습니다. Let me give you another example. Now I want to try this. 졌다. 졌다 means to steal. You probably use this verb a lot when you cook. 졌다. Now I want to conjugate 졌다 with, let's do this. 으면 means if. So if you steal it becomes something. Now I'm a scientist. So if you steal this liquid and this liquid, it becomes delicious juice. 졌다. So how can I conjugate it? So let's follow this rule. Number 1, if the verb or adjective shoot irregular. Is 졌다 shoot irregular? I don't remember. Well, if you remember, that would be great, by the way. I don't remember. Let's see the list. Yes, it's shoot irregulars. It's here. 졌다, 졌다. To steal. 졌다. Okay? Since it's yes, let's go to number 2. Number 2. Check if the following conjugations start with a vowel. Let's see. 오! 으면, it starts with a vowel. 으면. Okay, so I go to number 3. Remove shoot and conjugate it. Remove shoot and conjugate it. So, when I don't apply this rule, I'm supposed to use 젖으면, but this is incorrect because this is an exception. So I say 젖으면 because I need to remove this shoot from the verb stem. Shoot. And then conjugate it. So 젖으면, if you steal. Quality becomes delicious. That's right. If you steal, it becomes delicious. 맛있어져요. Okay, so do you understand this? If you don't understand, please watch this video and also check out the link in the description. I already made the lesson note for today's lesson because it's not easy. So please watch this again because this one is used so commonly. Especially this verb, 낫다, feel better. You know, some people are sick. And we often use this. 빨리 나으세요. Please recover soon. 빨리 나으세요. Please recover. Please get better soon. 빨리 나으세요. But the original form is 낫다 because it's an exception. And I think among these, this is the most common verb in daily life. So please practice. Please practice. And whenever I talk about the irregulars, I talk about this. How do Korean people do these irregulars? Do Korean people so smart and we memorize all these rules and do it? Actually, nope. We say this 저으면 so many times in our life. So we just memorize. 졌다 plus 으면 is just 저으면. We just memorize it. But as a beginner, you cannot memorize all of this single conjugation and all the words. So you have to memorize this rule first. But once you get used to these rules, and when you conjugate it, you will naturally say it. So what you need right now is practice. Luckily, there are only 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 verb. 6 verb. Just memorize it. And for this, I memorize it this way with my students. 침침 and I. 침침 and I really like each other. So we decide to build the house together. 짜잔, we built the house together. And then my house and 침침's house. And then we want to talk a lot. So we connected our house. But still, we need a privacy. So we draw the line between our house. And one day, I prepared some special juice. And I steal the juice and I pour it to the cup. And I give it to 침침. And 침침 said, "Oh, it's better than previous one." So to memorize this, I always make a story to memorize. But it's up to you. If you can memorize this, do it. If not, find your own way. But to me, memorizing with a story or song works. So, And Disha, please give me 숙제. 숙제 means homework. So here are homework for you. Homework number 1. Homework number 1. 짠. Please conjugate. Let's use this. 웃다. 웃다 meaning to laugh. And please don't say yet. And let's try 으면. 으면 means if. Homework number 2. 있다 meaning to connect plus 으면 if. Homework number 3. Oops. 낫다 to recover plus 씁니다 meaning formal spoken form. Formal spoken present tense. Present tense is long. So please conjugate this and leave a comment on YouTube and Facebook on our Korean Class 101 channel. Or if you want me to check personally, then you can tag my Instagram Super Kjin on Instagram post or Instagram story. If you don't tag me, I cannot see that. So if you want me to check, tag my name and do this homework. So thank you everyone. Thank you everyone. Today's lesson is not easy, but this is very, very important, and especially if you are aiming to take the exam, topic test. This is must know. Topic, the Korean language test, this is so important. So please, please, please practice. Anna, so you need to study harder these irregular verbs. That's right. Irregulars are irregular. That's why it's hard. So, please remember this. Shoot irregular. There are just 6. First, 긋다 to draw a line, 낫다 to recover, 붙다 to pour, 졌다 to steal, 있다 to build, 짓다 짓다 to build, 있다 to connect. So memorize this verb and try to conjugate it with other conjugation that you know. Okay. And Purvi, thank you for your comment. And you can check out koreanclass101.com/Korean-name if you want to get your Korean name there. So thank you very much, and I'll see you next week. Oh, that's right. Next week, of course. Of course, I'll be back with new topic. Let me talk about it too. Next week, the live will be February 17th, 1 p.m. in Korean time as usual, and topic will be very useful again as usual. So what's the topic? Let me check. Because I kind of forgot. Yes! Useful Korean phrases to keep conversations going. So that's right. As Jilly said today, you want to know some real life phrases, then next week's topic will be super useful, because when you have a conversation with the Korean people, you need some phrases, right? You want to have the conversation keep going, so you want to have a long conversation with Korean people without the awkward atmosphere. Then next week's topic will be super useful. So please join it. It will be 1 p.m. in Korean time, which means the time will be different. So thank you everyone, and I'll see you next week. Bye bye. Bye bye, Kailon and Diana, Anna, Kim, Vo, Yorella, and and Philistus, JD, Janet, Swapnil. I know personally, but I'm saying your nickname. So, not nickname though. What's that? The YouTube name. So other people know that I'm talking about you. Luis, Kwati, Essie the Great.